Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IAS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 5th December 2021. Let us see which are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Yes, these are the important articles. For mains purpose and for prelims purpose we have divided them. First of all, we will take overview of all these articles and then we will discuss these articles in detail. First of all, you can see here what is the debate on dam safety bill. On FAQ page number 11, as it is Sunday's newspaper, some of the articles on FAQ page and science and technology page, they are relevant to our examination. Yes, so recently dam safety bill was passed in the Rajya Sabha and that's why it is in news. We have to find out some nitty-gritties involved in the dam safety bill, why it was needed, at the same time what is the bone of contention here. All these aspects will cover from GS2 paper, polity and governance aspect, it is important. Then faith, worship and belief, there is magazine supplement on Sunday's newspaper. Some good articles are written in general relevant to our examination. Now this particular article talks about how human being is related to God, the kind of relationship that is established here, that is the relationship of faith, belief, and how religion promotes that system or creates particular structure to establish that connection between man and God. All these aspects are covered. This is very much relevant to GS4 paper ethics part, also those who are having philosophy optional subject. We will talk about that. Then agenda for Mr. Putin visit to India. So on 6th December he is going to visit briefly to India and some agreements are going to be signed there. So what is that agenda? Just from GS2 paper IR section will try to know. Also there will be follow up on which are the agreements signed in future articles. There is one article on page number 8 which talks about justice hurried is justice buried, or simply we can say it is a case study related to this quote generally said or caption which is generally said. Whenever the justice system is hurried or justice delivery is hurried, there are chances of mistakes. There are chances that the objectivity is not followed. So all these aspects are covered in that case study. We will try to know about that, what are the ethical issues from GS4 paper ethics part. Specifically for prelims examination, the centenary year celebrations of Public Account Committee were held recently in the Parliament, and therefore from Public Account Committee prelims examination, which are these different standing committees of the Parliament, and specifically Public Account Committee, we should know about this, basics about this. US Maths Prize for Nikhil Srivastava, person of Indian origin. We can say Cyprian Fawis Prize, for the first time it is being given, and yes, the Indian origin person has received this. So from miscellaneous aspects, the names of the awards, and it is related to maths subject. So yes, we will simply remember all these awards nowadays, because this year they asked in prelims examination particular award, right? Then culture mapping of 80 villages kicks off. So on first page this particular article talks about mapping of the skills, the art of the artisans, the cultural aspect related to these villages. Especially these villages have some kind of link with the freedom movement before independence. Okay, so that becomes important for our examination. Finally, some practice prelims MCQ on these current affairs. Okay, so look at this question, article. What is the debate on dam safety bill? Okay, so dam safety bill 2019, earlier it was passed by Lok Sabha, but it was pending before Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha in this particular winter session has considered this bill and passed this bill. So yes, why there is need of dam safety bill? Okay, or simply the law on the dam safety, why it is required. So let us understand that requirement or need. So yes, in India there are around, we can say, more than 5,500 dams, third highest number in the world. Also, we should know among these dams, around 67 dams built before 100 years, or they are, let's say, simply more than 100 years old. Around 1000 dams are built before 1970. Okay, so some facts you should be aware about how these old dams are there, and there they are. We are having some kind of dam safety concern regarding these dams. Also, some facts related to the dam failure after 1979. Okay, so many such instances about, or simply we can say around 60 such instances happened where the dam failure kind of thing happened, some kind of break of dam, or so all these aspects relates to the flooding in the downstream situation. That's why the dam safety becomes very important. Okay, now up till now there was no national level law which focused on regulating these dams, and yes, the Central Water Commission from time to time had given some standards for the regulation, but there was no legislation, so that's why the need was felt. Now, what does the legislation seek to do? So, legislation actually try to regulate all the safety measures especially, and those dams having height above 15 meter, all dams, and some between 10 meters to 15 meters. First thing, which dams are included under this bill. The second thing we should understand, it seeks to create institutions at national level. First, National Committee on Dam Safety. Second, National Dam Safety Authority. At state level also it seeks to create some institutions like State Committee on Dam Safety and State Dam Safety Organization. This is how we should understand the institutional structure that it seeks to create here. Okay, so the management and regulation of these dams in terms of safety standards we are talking here. So, National Committee on Dam Safety will be focusing on devising the policies and the safety standard measures, and National Dam Safety Authority will implement all these policies. At the same time, we will try to resolve any dispute between the two states. Okay. Yes, this is how the provisions are there. Then why has bill become contentious? Yes, the states, which are the states opposing such kind of legislation, like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, then Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Odisha. These states are opposing such kind of national level legislation to regulate the dams and their safety measures. So, obviously the concern here is related to legislative powers. right? So state list entry 17, it relates to water. Water is state subject, right? And union list. So union list here, the entry 56, which talks about the provisions related to interstate river sharing of the water, interbasin. All these aspects are covered in the entry 56, and this entry is invoked here. Also, one of the parliamentary standing committee report on water resources 2011 recommended the central government to invoke this entry for such kind of legislation. Okay, and this particular entry has the overriding powers over this entry. This is being used here. Along with that, such kind of institutes or legislation is being created under Article 252. Now, this particular Article 252 talks about empowering central government or let's say central legislation to enact such laws which are agreed upon by some of the states. Okay, so states come together and request central to enact certain law on the state subject. Like for example, recently there was one law which was passed in Delhi regarding the air pollution measures. So National Commission on Air Quality Management in NCR. So that particular body of National Commission on Air Quality Management was created. So basically the provision under Article 252 was enacted there. Okay. Now after such contentions, what is the way forward? Here the central government, after enacting such law, should reach out to all these states who are feeling some concerns related to their legislative powers being encroached. Obviously through stakeholder approach, consultation approach, the central government should implement such kind of laws, otherwise there will be continuous friction. It will impinge on the cooperative federalism principle that is there in our constitution. Okay? Yes. Moving on, yes, this article in magazine supplement. See, we have added all these statements from that article. You can directly use that in your answers in GS4 paper, ethics part. That's why as it is, we have used this because some definitions are also mentioned. Okay, that can be used in ethics paper, GS4 paper, right? So you can download this PDF also and you can write down or note down these. Every religion is system of faith, belief and worship in a higher power or God who is deemed to be creator of the universe. Now this is the definition of religion itself. Okay, what is the definition of religion? So this can be given as a definition of religion. It is a system of faith, belief and worship in a higher power or the God who is deemed to be the creator of the universe. And in this religion aspect, scriptures and commandments illuminate the teachings of the gods. Right? These scriptures and commandments, they guide or let's say give the teachings of the God here. Now, rituals are designed by the religious leaders, but okay, so rituals are different from the scriptures. Rituals are day-to-day religious practices that we follow. So that is designed by religious leaders to put communication systems in place between God and the believer, and to cement their position as enablers between the power and powerless. So power is God, simply we can say divine power, and powerless is the citizens or believers, human. Okay, so this is how the intermediaries or the mediators, these are religious leaders. Now Yuval Harari sees religion as the source of maintaining existence of the fragile and imagined structures and the ideas created by man himself to enforce organization and cooperation throughout a society. This is another some technical definition, simply we can say. Okay, a little bit difficult to remember, but the first definition we can remember surely. Okay, now man turned to God in times of good fortune and misfortune. So all of us go to the God, and basically we pray for, worship for good fortune. Whenever there is good fortune, we offer something to the God. Whenever there is, let's say, misfortune, then we go to the God and request for the good fortune, pray for the good fortune, worship for the good fortune. Basically, this is what we observe in the religion. Then, when the knowledgeable person misguide or misinform the layman on such occasion, religion, which is meant to ensure social order, causes tension and strife among the believers of different faith, and atheism and skepticism among the youngsters. Youngsters do not believe in the God when such kind of things start happening. Okay, or let's say those who are knowledgeable or these religious gurus, they start using or misusing these people, laymen, in the wrong direction for the vested interest. Hindu concept of dharma is a moral law governing individual conduct designed to maintain a stable society. Now, the article in these two statements, let's say, differentiate the concept of dharma in the Hindu religion from the religion itself. It says that it is a moral law governing individual conduct designed to maintain the stable society. So, it is different from religion. It is different from religion, and it is the responsibility that the person, when it person comes into life, what that person is supposed to do in the life. This is what dharma is all about. It is not directly related to religion per se. Then, Swami Vivekananda believed that though religions are divergent in various aspects, they are not contradictory and are rather supplementary to each other. He defines religion as the realization of divinity within us, and thus this realization is one universal religion. So, he believed that the religion should be, or simply the divinity should be found within, and he believed that God lies within the person. And that's why to devote your life to the good of all and to the happiness of all is the religion. This is the view of Vivekananda, and this is also, we can say, that very important aspect in today's society, where we find many such divisions on the basis of religion. So ultimately we can say religion should empower people with the sense of confidence that they are capable of fighting their battles independently. Right. So this empowering, the sense of confidence that should be given to the people by the religion, that you are capable to overcome the challenges whenever such kind of challenges are there in the life. Okay, so this is what the religion, the important motive of the religion is there. Okay, yes. So try to use this arguments, explanation in your answer in GS 4 paper ethics part. Yes, packed agenda awaits Putin in the short visit, 6th December. So we can expect his meeting with our Prime Minister, annual summit between India and Russia. Okay, and the ongoing delivery of S-400 missile defense system and other big ticket defense agreements. Okay, so the other agreements, for example, manufacturing of AK-203 assault rifles. Along with that, the reciprocal exchange of logistic agreement (RELOS) will be also signed. This will be Russia will be 7th such country with which India has similar agreement. Then IGLA-S shoulder-fired missile may also come for the discussion. And Afghanistan, situation in Afghanistan can be also discussed here. But the major concern, that the bone of contention between India and Russia is related to, we can say, that the Indo-Pacific and Asia-Pacific. India consider this as Indo-Pacific region because it is part of Quad grouping and its vision, but Russia wants to include it as a Asia-Pacific, or call it as a Asia-Pacific. This is Russia and China, how they emphasis on Asia-Pacific, not Indo-Pacific. Okay, and this is wider term according to Russia, and this is narrower term according to Russia. Also, Russia had been appreciative of India's demand to maintain open and inclusive sea channels, which also benefits the initiative Chennai-Vladivostok Maritime Corridor. So, it started in 2018, aimed at connecting Russia's Far East with India. Okay, so this is how the defense area related all these agreements may be signed in the visit. We will have follow up on this. IR section GS2 part. Now this article, look at this article, there is one case which involves the sexual assault by a teenager on 4-year-old in, we can say that, Bihar's Nalanda district, and Juvenile Justice Board judge has given, let's say, tried, convicted and sentenced that juvenile within 25 minutes. Now this is classic case of justice hurried is justice buried kind of, let's say, principle, and we should understand that there may be some kind of subjectivity or lack of objectivity involved, and obviously such kind of hurried, because 3 years, 2 terms, successive terms are given to the 14-year-old juvenile here, and he is going to spend 6 years in the jail, and this is substantial time, and one should understand here that there should be appropriate procedural justice involved there. Okay, so on the basis of all those 5, let's say, witnesses presented in the same day, the decision is taken within the same day by the judge and awarded the, we can say, this punishment itself. Fine. So suppose there is any question in the case study like this, so we should understand the ethical issues is that we can say that procedural justice you mention like this, justice hurried is justice buried, there should be all the aspects of natural justice should be covered there. Then ethical issues related to, you can mention that lack of objectivity. Also we should understand the rights of children denied here, as the child is juvenile, so focus should have been on reformation, though we can understand this is severe, let's say, offense done by the child, but the focus is not at all on the reformation but only on punishment here, right? So that aspect should have been also covered. Then you should talk about overall social lack of protection to the children in our society. This is, you can mention there, right? So sexual offences that are happening among against the children, so that aspect. Then POXO Act, you can mention that the provisions under POXO Act are very strict. Okay, so these are the issues you mentioned, and justice hurried is justice buried, and appropriate investigation and trial should have happened in such kind of cases. Natural justice principles should be adhered, and then only the decision the punishment should be there, but reformative approach can be also adopted to some extent. Okay, fine. Parliament an embodiment of people's will, says the President. Yes, the centennial celebrations of PAC, Public Account Committee, are going on. So basic information about PAC, one of the 3 finance committees of, we can say, among the parliamentary committees. PAC, Public Account Committee, was first set up in 1921. That's why the 100 years. Now this is 2021. Right, so it was constituted under the provisions of Government of India 1919. Okay, so Montagu Chelmsford reforms to 1917, and then Government of India Act 1990, the provisions for setup. At present, it consists of 22 members, 15 from Lok Sabha, 7 from Rajya Sabha. The members have 1 year time period, let's say the tenure or term. They are elected by the parliament every year amongst themselves, and with the method of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote. Okay, 1 year tenure. Minister cannot be elected as the member of committee. Then chairman of the committee is appointed from amongst its members by the speaker. Okay, so speaker appoints the chairman here. Until 1966-67, the chairman belonged to ruling let's say party, but later on the convention emerged that the chairman of PAC should belong to opposition party. Okay, it is just a convention, not any rules or law here. The function of the committee is to examine the annual audit reports by the CAG. There are 3 reports submitted by the CAG to the parliament, and they are again examined by the PAC here. Now in that examination, the PAC or the committee examines public expenditure not only from legal and formal point of view and discover technical irregularities, but also from the point of view of economy, prudence, wisdom, propriety, to bring out the cases of unnecessary wastage of the public resources or any extravagance or inefficient use of public funds. Okay, so this is very important or significant committee to hold the executive accountable on the floors of parliament. Okay. US Maths Prize for Nikhil Srivastava. So yes, Cyprian Fois's prize, for the first time this prize is given by the American Mathematical Society. 3 mathematicians, among them one of Indian origin, Nikhil Srivastava. So highly original work in operator theory. We need not to go into details, obviously this is technical aspect. Just remember that operator theory work, and who is giving this award? American Mathematical Society. Okay, so just miscellaneous aspect you can cover that. Culture mapping of 80 villages kicks off. This culture mapping of 80 villages associated with noted personalities in history, in particular freedom movement. Okay, so specific arts and craft of artisans located in those villages, some cultural aspects related to those villages that will be we can say mapped by the Culture Ministry. It is conducted by Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, Delhi. Okay, and each artist would be given unique ID and e-commerce platform to set up for them. Okay, so aim is to create a database related to our villages and culture, customs and traditions there. Fine? Okay, so this is how we should take input from prelims examination. Yes, what could be answer to this question? Okay, so this question is related to PAC, Public Account Committee. We have to find the correct statements. Yes, so look at the first statement. Committee was first constituted under the provisions of Government of India Act 1935. No, this is incorrect. Government of India Act 1919, it was constituted first in 1921. So 100 years completed, we can expect question from PAC. Yes, the term of office of the members is 1 year. Yes, proportional representation by single transferable vote system that is followed. Minister cannot be elected as the member of committee. This is also correct. So that's why answer is 2 and 3 only, B. Fine? Okay. Yes, so these are the important articles from today's The Hindu newspaper. Thank you.